Okay, so last time we got Kendra Rodriguez. He took the Lazy Boy, the Kerbal 1 Kerbal Pod Mark II. He got that up into orbit. Now I need to go and I need to reinvent what I had before was the general toolbox. I do believe that our toolbox vehicle needs to have a reaction wheel because it could be docked with and be made to maneuver with some larger payloads. Okay, so here we go. This is, what is Toolbox Mark II, right? Save that. So first thing I know is it'll need a regular sized docking port on the front end. Yeah, like that. It'll have a regular sized docking port on the front side and also one on the tail, and we'll take some of the Clamptron Juniors and put those a couple of those radially along the sides. Okay, so it has this. It will also need a quantity of RCS. There we go. Okay, take this, turn it upside down, hit tab, hit four-way symmetry. Here, let's do this. Sometimes it doesn't want to accept the inputs. Whoops. Whoops! There we go, like that. I think while we're here doing this four-way symmetry, we'll also give it it's very basic utility with these the little single panel solar panels. Here we go. Okay, how much do we want in here? I think we want this to be the same as 2 of the regular tanks. We'll go with 200 monopropellant inside of there. Good, like that. Okay, let me see. I was getting a little bit ahead of myself. One other thing that I want this to be, because it's going to be this general utility thing, we may want to have more battery charge to it. Let's give it the larger battery. Yeah, like that. There we go. And, okay, we'll also want to give it a single, the science part, this engineering system part, in order to make it easy, a little bit easier to work with. We can even kind of disguise it inside there. That's okay. There we go. Control stages. This is already 1.8 mass. Good. Alright, save what we have so far. Next thing that we'll want on here, sub-assemblies, I will want... We actually need to rename this thing here. Let's go with our orbital fuel tank. Oh, interesting. What's going on with the attachment nodes? Did you see that? That was interesting. Something like that. Alright. And I'll go ahead, I'll duplicate this part. And I want to have one of those, whoops, on the end. Come on. On the end like that. Good. Good, 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 good. Good, good. Let me see, we'll go with some of their little radial engines. These guys, which are so good for so many of these things. Turn mirroring on. I'll plan on 4 of them. How about that idea? And also angle them outward some, so as not to burn whatever it's docked with. Yeah, that seems decent enough to me. Okay, and this thing has, what, 2700 delta V to it. That's probably more than we actually need out of it. And thruster weight ratio 1.14. But then it's not docked, it's not carrying anything around yet. More concerning is the mass, since we're intending to use my 5-ton launcher. Let's shrink this down some. How far do we do? Let's take our base vehicle here down to, or let's say like 5 tons, and we'll add a few more bits of equipment to its various sides and see what that does for it. It's still 2000 delta V. That's okay. Okay, next thing, and actually tell you what, next thing that I'm going to do, while I'm thinking of it, before I forget, let's give it some lights so we can see it in the dark. So what I'm thinking is we're going to run a ladder down the spine, a place for my Kerbal to hang onto things. We're going to put equipment racks. Oh, wait a second, I was forgetting I just interrupted myself. I forgot the RCS ports. We'll put some equipment racks to either side loaded with parts. This time we will remember also maybe one of these radial winch type things. Probably a couple of those hanging on off either side, very much like that. Okay, and here's the thing that I was missing, and various people have very kindly made helpful comments. Yeah, this part I wasn't realizing, the support for mounting the containers. Here, let's do this. Turn our mirroring on. Good, like that. And we can even go around that light some. Very compact, but still multifunction, multi-use. Okay, so now, do I want to pre-attach any of these things that could be useful? Let me see, where are these? Radial connector port for connecting a winch connector can be used. Do we like put that on there? Is this how it works? I'm just really not certain which way this is supposed to go. I suppose, since these came out this, since these things defaulted this direction, I hit spacebar to reset it, that this makes the most sense to actually go on here like that. We'll try it, and if it doesn't work, I believe my Kerbals can like take that thing off of there and reset it, right? Maybe. Hopefully. Okay, so it ends up it's being kind of crowded. It probably is a bunch of parts. Let's load this thing. Let's see, Toolbox marked 61 parts. Man, I need to learn how to minimize parts. I really do, but not right now. And let me see, our mass is up to 6.3 tons, but it's got a significant amount of delta V in its own. So if our 5-ton launcher isn't capable of getting it quite up to orbit, then it can take itself the rest of the way. That's all right. Yeah, it's kind of ugly, but it'll work. Do I need to think about doing something different? We need to address some of the other problems. You know what I think I'm actually going to do? We're going to have to rebuild a bunch of this thing. And go with, instead of the little radial engines, because those were going, yeah, an engine max power of like 40 total with an ISP and vacuum of 300. We can go with this guy, 50, ISP and vacuum 390. Much better idea. Like that. All right, good. I think I actually like using these engines better. The theoretically better lower atmosphere engines, they just overheat way too damn easy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these. I'm going to go down here. We're going to make it into a low wing design, because that was working fairly well with the other one. Okay, take a look. Center mass, center of lift. Oh, it's just immediately good. And look, the fuel lines were kind enough to immediately connect the way I wanted them to. That was very kind of them. Yeah, this one is, everything's going to be the Mark II this time around. Okay, those, and the staging is still correct for those. Good. I believe we are finally ready to go with this vehicle. You know, that ended up looking extremely ugly up front, but what are you going to do? Okay, save it one final time, and let's launch it. Interesting. Why was I seeing these overheat marks? Oh my god, look at that wobble. Look at that sag. Oh, that's disturbing. I want to revert flight. Let's try and do some more struttage. Here's a thought. Maybe I want to give this I want to make this, yeah, we'll do like a long strut running back to this ventral dorsal fin here. Which means I just need to make it kind of taller. Still straight, right? Yeah. Get it forward, move it forward a little bit like this. Okay, that may help with some of our wigglage issues. See how much sag we have now. Oh, that looks much more rigid, doesn't it? And it looks like all of our many struts remained connected. Fuel lines remain connected. That's good. Let's hide this. Let's open that one. FAR. Turn to equivalent airspeed. Pull that one down here. Okay. Precision control is on. Yeah, there's our roll. There's our pitch. There's our yaw. Staging. Where is our target dude here? Oh, it's actually now might be a fairly good time to launch. We're aiming for a 100-kilometer orbit. Whee! Stage that, and let's go. Yeah, these engines can take the time to spool up, which I find is actually preferable to those others that just instantly explode if you try to do full throttle. Airspeed, okay, now approaching, yeah, there's 80. We'll try and start pitching back once we reach 100. It's always like a fairly decent number. Okay, nose comes up. Oop, let it back down though. I'm not climbing yet. Come on guys, and now we're climbing. Jettison the nose wheel, retract the mains, throttle back some so as not to explode. Hey, there's Higgs boson. hey, Higgs boson. Okay, gentle climb. You can see our airspeed. We're still accelerating, still increasing. Can even afford to do some full throttle. And we want to get like a maximum, or our equivalent airspeed, maximum forward airspeed, while doing just this gradual, gentle climb. Once that maxes out, then we'll do a more aggressive pitch back. Still gently accelerating here. 200. And acceleration starting to kind of slow down some. Alright, now let's pitch back some more. Not aiming for a straight up. We want it above that 45-degree mark. So let's call it like a 60 degree above, 60 degrees above the horizon is the angle that I'm looking for. Pitch back some more. Okay, direction of travel, there's that 60-degree mark. Center it, and there we go. Okay, that started to be kind of bad, but I think we can recover. Whee! Come on, guys, let's roll right side up because our slight asymmetry thing may make a difference. Okay, this will work. We can make it work. 2 G's acceleration. I'm looking at the direction of travel, dropping down that 45-degree mark. We are definitely supersonic, so we're going to have some really strong aerodynamic forces wanting to keep us straight and not allowing us to really correct issues. Can we get over here just a little bit, please? 2.5 Gs and increasing. Really, I'm kind of concerned. Our nose is too low, but maybe we can make it work, you know? And we're definitely got a large inclination over here. 3 degrees. Increasing. Okay, get rid of the side boosters. That's cool. Oh. Don't get that nose too far away from the direction of travel, because we'll definitely hit some wild instability that way. Apoapsis 55 and increasing. Okay, yeah, this is... Yeah, we were pointed really too flat to start off with, but I think we can recover this. We can still make it work, because there's our apoapsis getting up there above 60. Don't get that nose too far sideways either. I'm trying to correct this inclination. Yeah, there's too much gravity turn too soon, but it's still workable. I think we're high enough altitude. Let's go ahead and ditch those fairings. There's basically no atmosphere up here anyways. Turn the lights on so we can see what we're doing. Yay! Looks all pretty. Okay, there we go. And now here, let's actually jettison that. Throttle forward just a little bit, just to get some clearance from it. Do I want to burn a whole lot? I think yeah, let's wait. Let's wait and to continue this burn until we get some, yeah, like up out of the atmosphere. Put it further down so we don't grow our apoapsis too fast. It looks like we're on our, yeah, well on our way to correcting the inclination. Yeah, okay. I gotta say, this way of doing things, at least I have, if there's... all these launches end up being real interesting. Things go wrong. It's really easy for things to go wrong. So... if you're looking for a way to play Kerbal Space Program, if you've been playing for a while and just normal launches are too easy, I can recommend doing this whole runway takeoff and disassembling your vehicle as you go. It's entertaining. Okay, I'm going to shut this down as soon as one or number of the other hits like 100. It's real close. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do some work on doing some circularization and stuff. Alright, this is working. How close are we to what's his name here? Yeah, here's our launcher. There's what's his name? Kinder Rodriguez. We'll go ahead and, yeah, again, our probe cores, an unmanned vehicle, is not very intelligent. It'll be intelligent enough to put itself into a 100-kilometer orbit or make, you know, very small corrections to that, but it will not be able to do the whole rendezvous and docking. That's something that Kinder Rodriguez will have to do. So we'll do this. We will decouple the node. Thank you. Again, as turn RCS on, let's just get a little bit of distance from there. Good. Actually stage, the next time I want those engines, I can use them. Turn RCS off. Switch over to, this is my final stage, which is going to deorbit itself. It doesn't have to thrust a whole lot. Yeah, there, it's already coming down. Well, it looks like a splashdown is not an option for this vehicle this time. Why don't those lights turn off? Turn your lights on so we can see what you're doing. Good. Fix that one. Precision control. Resources. Good. Turn right side. Whoa, what's that? Oh, that's, hey, there goes our the other stage. Isn't that exciting? Okay, so this guy, his goal is to meet up with and dock with Toolbox Mark II. Set that as a target. Good. First we'll get over to this whole ascending node, descending node thing, Yeah, we're 130 kilometers away from it, which is not very much at all. And about, yeah, 0.7 degrees off of it. That's an descending node, so we'll want to point north. Okay, call that mansion inclinations. Cool. Okay, so now the next thing, so one thing we've already done is we've dropped our periapsis down to a lower altitude. Let's just continue this trend. How you doing, Kender? Still smiling. He is a happy dude. Yeah. Go back some. Right around here. Okay, cool. So, yeah. That's our maneuver in like an hour and 7 minutes. Good. Hey, there it is! We're catching up. It's been quite some time since the last time that I practiced doing any kind of docking. I'm having trouble remembering when's the last time I did it. I think the last time I did it may have been... Let me see, I didn't do any of it with the whole actual space shuttle series, developing space shuttles. I think it may have been whenever I was doing the Kerbal Spacecraft YouTuber, the Lunar Space Station. Yeah, that was a while ago, huh? Balance it out so it's 10 seconds on either side. Yep, about like that. Okay, cool. So we should come up with a rendezvous point, just like another side of this orbit. Okay, oh, there it is. Now it's loading in. You can barely see the tiny little pixel out there. Still, we'll trust our maneuver node and the math and the estimations that said that we're approaching our closest. We're approaching our closest approach. Yeah, no need to jump the gun and start thrusting away just yet, just because it's inside 2 kilometers. Almost missed it. Point this prograde. Put it right here and thrust forward. Okay, there we go. That worked out just fine, didn't it? Let's see if I remember how to do this stuff. I did this wrong. I want it to catch up to me. I actually need to thrust backwards at this point. Oh, no, I was doing it right. That was wrong. There we go. Again, we'll point at it like this. We'll get these 2 marks aligned. I'm beginning to remember how to do some of this. Yeah, definitely getting closer. This is good. I was getting all paranoid. I was doing this really, really wrong. You can actually accelerate towards it a little bit some. Let's go to like 10 meters per second towards it. Used up over a quarter of our monopropellant doing this because of some of the mistakes I was making. Because I was forgetting how it works. But this is a lesson. It's a lesson. It's a demonstration of, because our one Kerbal pod, because our lazy boy is so very lightweight, and this RCS is so effective at making changes and doing these orbital maneuvers. I bet you I just need to keep in mind, I bet you, even less than 10% of an RCS tank would be enough to deorbit this guy if he wants to come back home. I only now noticed that this is crooked. This is why I was looking. Or is he... Oh, I see. It's because Kender Rodriguez is crooked. Yeah, he's sitting crooked in his seat. That's the issue. Yep, alright. Slow it down. Slow it down to like 2 or something. Even less. It's down to like 1 meter per second. At this point, let's go to chase view, which again, the old irritation, chase view does not mean I want the camera to start sweeping around doing bizarre things. I want it to stay in one place. That's the whole point of chase view. Oh, I actually want to dock at the other end, don't I? So let's thrust this direction some. Yeah, because I don't want to dock at this end, because that's where the engines are. I want to dock over here. Let's make this our target. Good. Almost there to kill our relative motion, sort of like that. Good, yeah, drifting downward slightly is just fine. Alright. Turn this buggy around. Actually, let's do a thing. Let's control from here. There we can see our relative orientation mark. That's very good. Let's use that. Let's roll. There, like that. Good. Okay, that means we're lined up with it now. Alright, okay, remember I'm thrusting this direction, actually. So, yeah, I guess he's like using his rear view mirrors or something at this point. But it'll work. Oops, a little bit too much. Little moves. There we go. Yeah, like that. Good. Okay, and yeah, and at this point, it looks like we don't really need to do much of anything different. Go upwards just slightly. Or to match that up. Good. Like that. Good. Yeah, this is actually working really well. I love this orientation marker. That mod shows how you're lined up with this docking port. That actually works very nicely. Bam, just like that. Oh, and the docking knocked him out of his seat, though. That was unfortunate. Okay. Let me see. We're still controlling the... Let's switch to vehicle. That's something to be concerned about. All right. Turns peg. There we go. He's alive. He's moving. He's wiggling. Get back in your seat. It wasn't even that hard to hit. Maybe we want to turn some of the magnetism force down or something. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Control from here. Good. Okay. Okay. Hey, well, that is entirely successful. This is what I was looking to do. So now we've got this whole toolbox vehicle. This is actually, it's my plan is this is kind of the beginnings of, if not an actual space station, but an orbital assembly facility. So now we've got an assembly worker, and we've got a bunch of assembly tools, and we have some spare docking ports. We can, the next step, our Kerbals are going to get out there, and we need to practice. We're going to put together a vehicle to get a Kerbal to the traditional. The first step is the moon. yeah, even though we're not doing any cathane mining yet, but we're going to get put together a vehicle to see. My thinking is that we'll launch a Kerbal up here. He'll come up and they'll dock and they'll leave their lazy boys. They'll dock their lazy boys to this vehicle and leave them there, and they'll go and they'll board the vehicle. It's going to go to the moon and take them back. They'll come back and they'll re-rendezvous with this, get back in their lazy boys, and re-enter. That's the next step. But this whole thing, that actually worked fairly well. Looks like a pretty decent little spaceship to me. I think, didn't I have a mod where I can adjust? Or maybe I don't have it anymore. There was one where I could do things to these Clampetrons, because obviously the magnetic force is too high for my purposes. I don't like this knocking Kerbals out of their seats. So we'll see if there's a way we can go about turning that down. Okay, we'll continue this series later. Thank you for watching. We'll be back. I'll talk to you then. Goodbye.